Welcome back to, I was supposed to be recording this all of last month, and now I'm caught up, but I also forgot to record some of the videos. So we're just where we're at now. So it is currently January 2nd, and I am almost through my edits for my 9th book, Cycles of the Moon, and yeah, it's almost here. So I'm about halfway through editing it, and I'll be getting that finished up probably in the next day or so, and then I'll have a formatting day, which will be its own thing, and then starting on the next one. So for this video, I kind of just wanted to wrap up of like the final bits of like writing this book and then how editing's going and stuff, because it's definitely been a minute since I posted, but life was very crazy in like the end of, well, like November and December were both just really crazy months. So here we are. I am trying this month to get this book published and get the next draft done. So I will be drafting book 10 this month as well. But as for finishing up writing this book, I think the big thing that I've taken away so far is that my word count goals do matter. And I think my big like game plan of how the book is going to turn out really happens in the planning stages, because I didn't have a lot of plans for this book, and so it's going to be a small book. And, you know, I'm kind of torn. I'm a little upset that it's so small, but also I'm like, you know what? It's fine. Like, I can have ranging books. They don't always need to be huge. I think that's fine. And so for this one, it's going to be a smaller book, and I'm okay with it. Like, I don't want to fluff it just because, and even editing it, I've added a little bit here and there, but not a whole lot. Though I have decided to try something a little different and something that's more commonly found in the witchcraft books. So previously in my witchy books, I really only do an image for like the section headings or chapter headings sometimes, and that's about it. And this time I'm adding in pictures because like a lot of books in the industry do that. So I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should try it. So I'm trying it this round and seeing how it goes, because like so many books do it anyways. Why not join the crowd? So I have some pictures that are going to be in this one, and it's weird because like now I can't edit on my phone where previously I've kind of been able to, because it doesn't really matter as much, where now it does, where it's like, well, I have this image at the bottom, so if I write too much, I'm gonna have to either take it out completely, and like the page breaking system's kind of just crazy. So I've learned that like now I have to do it a little differently, and that I just have to edit on my computer, which is fine. I'm back home now, so I can, and so I am working on getting that done, and I'm hoping by the end of this week, end of the week being like Sunday, is to edit and have it done and have it formatted and be hitting order on a proof copy. And then Monday morning starts the new book. And that's when I've already got it outlined, which is good. And this one, I think I'm going to set it up in a similar way. Again, it's another witchy book, and it's a spell collection book. And so this one, for book 10, I think having the outline of it and the idea of it, again, rough ideas of how I want it to look and stuff, I think it will work out pretty good. So like the page count I think will be a little bit better, I'm hoping. But yeah, for this one, for book 9, I think it's just going to be a little bit smaller than anything. I think even my first book is going to actually be bigger than this one, but I just don't care. Like, I want to care, I really do. But also I don't want to fluff it out just because there's stuff that I could go into more, but I don't feel like I need to. And I think for what it is, it's good. I think it accomplishes what I want it to, and then I can move on to the next one, and the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. And I'm hoping that I can hit my goal this year of selling 200 books. Last year I sold 32, which is cool, but also is like not a lot of sales for doing this full time. So I'm hoping the more rapid releasing, because I was starting to get traction when I was doing that. When I was, like, I published Witch's Night in December, and then I published again in February and March, And by the time I was doing that, it was getting traction. I was getting more frequent sales and it was starting to pick up. And then I didn't publish again until like August, September, somewhere around that ballpark. And so that huge gap of time, I lost that momentum that I had. And I think that's the big thing, is if you're doing indie writing and you're not super popular, you aren't hitting and like trying to write to market and really doing the trendy things, and you're just doing it because you like to write, the best way to actually do it is releasing rapidly. And to some people, that is just not something you could ever fathom doing, and that's fine. I can. This is, at least right now, it feels very realistic for me to do, and then it's gonna get me a huge catalog that I'm hoping I can maintain, because yeah, it's a lot. But I think I might have mentioned in another video that you saw recently, that's been a while for me, that I was thinking about doing fiction, nonfiction back and forth throughout the year, but I think at least where my sales are right now, I really am not selling fiction books. And the fact that I go back and forth on it so much, I'm having a hard time being like, I should really commit to doing something that I'm not guaranteed is really going to pay off. And yes, that sounds terrible, and to some authors that's like true blasphemy, but also I have things that I'm saving up for that are really big and very exciting, but they're only gonna happen if I start really like raking in the cash. And so for that to happen, I gotta write kind of what's working for me, and right now what's working is witchy books, and so I think I'm kind of just leaning into that. I might try and write a fiction book like maybe on the side kind of a thing and just like slowly publish them. I don't know, but because like I could also easily wrap myself up into the chaos of like, I'm going to write 18 books this year, because that would be what happens if I write the fiction series that I'm planning. That's 6 books on top of the 12 witchcraft books, and that feels like that might actually be too much. Just maybe. I feel like that might be stretching my limits a little bit. Plus reading 250 books this year, running 2 channels, running a Patreon, and then still trying to sleep and exercise and get healthy, you know, that just might be too much. So, being a little realistic, and I'm only gonna do a little bit. We'll see. Maybe I'll figure it out and I can do 18. But if I only do even just the 12, that puts me at 20 books published this year total, you know, but still, like I'll have 20 books in my catalog, which is amazing. So anyways, I wanted to chit chat about it. So anyways, till next time, thank you so much for coming along for my writing journey. I would love to hear how your writing is going in the comments down below. And until next time, keep reading.